What's up with everybody, man? I'm your host, Ivy, and you're sparking up with VANSNWEED. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that post notifications button, man. Today we got Ozer outside with us.
What's going on? What's going on?
How you doing?
Good, how you doing?
For sure. Blessed, man. Blessed.
Sure, I feel it. Thank y'all for having me.
Yeah, most definitely. So, first and foremost, shout out your social media and tell the people where to find your music.
Hey, so Instagram, Twitter, Ozer SF, so OZER SF, YouTube, it's the same thing. If y'all want to stream my music, just search up Ozer on all streaming platforms, OZER. You feel me? Pretty simple. You feel me? Tap in with me. I ain't a stranger either. You feel me? Tap in with me in the DM.
Definitely. I know we love people that respond back. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
you never know. You know.
You never know. It's a lot of egos. You feel me? I'll run into that.
Talk about it.
It's a lot of egos for sure.
Yeah.
It's definitely a lot of egos. I know just me. I'll tap in with producers, artists. You feel me? Got no response, and it is what it is. Folks be busy, you know. But I know some folks who read the message and just probably think they bigger or better. But at the end of the day, they don't really trip though. You feel me? So it is what it is.
Thanks. So, Slap on Nia.
Yes.
The EP.
Yes.
Please say his name. I don't want to get it wrong. What is it?
Eastway?
Eastway.
Yeah, Eastway. Shout out my brother Eastway.
Okay, man. Eastway. It was inspired by the Grammy Award winning Outkast album Stank on Nia.
Yeah.
Not only was the EP inspired by the name, but also the cover art.
Yeah.
So that was shot by AVI Film, right?
Yep. Yeah,
talk about how you guys came up with that, the idea behind the sound, the project, all that.
I got you. So in terms of like the sound, we didn't have let me just rewind a little bit. So me and Ease, we known each other for what, I think like 6-7 years or something like that. Then he had tapped in with me over IG. He was in LA at the time, you feel me? And he was like, bro, we from the same hood, like, we should tap in. And I went to a show. He had a show at Amnesia over in San Francisco. I don't think it's there anymore. And then we just been locked in ever since. So the first song we worked on together was called Coming or Going, which is on my debut album, Lost in Translation. You feel me? And so then after that, we had made The Bro, which is the second track on Slaponia, right? Then we made Heatwave. And so when we showed everybody the songs, they just got such a good reception. It was like, maybe we should do an EP. You feel me? We didn't have an idea like how many songs we want on the EP or anything like that. We didn't have a direction of the sound. We just knew we wanted to do something together. And then I think the last song we recorded was Duffel, which is what Surge 2 times. And then that's when we say, I think that's when we say like, oh, I think 5 songs enough. But in terms of like the inspiration behind the project, or like the concept of the project, it's pretty random, truthfully. I was in bed on like a Sunday morning, you feel me? And he had called me. I was like, bro, we gotta come up with a name for the project. And so we was having a real tough time. And so we just went and Googled it's like infamous duo names, you feel me, or duo projects. And Stankonia came up. And then that gave us the idea to do the shoot and everything like that, with the black flag and whatnot. But we went through a few different names for the project. We had Bayonia, Hyphonia, you feel me, but Slaponia just sort of stood out, you feel me. But we didn't really recognize how black the album is, you feel me. Like even from the flag being black and white to even releasing the project during Black History Month, like none of that was really planned. We just sort of did it, and then obviously just natural, you feel me? And then even some of the topics we talk about on the project, you feel me, sort of talk about the black struggle and whatnot. And so it just came together organically, you feel me? But the reception been cool, you know. We've been performing a lot, quite a bit. We're going to New York next week, matter of fact. But yeah, that's pretty much how I came about it.
Yeah, no, that's super dope. I love how y'all shot it in film and everything.
Thank you.
Yeah. So do you work with him a lot, AVI Film?
Yeah, actually, me and Eighth, I think that was our second time shooting together. But we were supposed to actually shoot with each other a couple weekends ago, but then something happened. We couldn't link. But I love working with Eighth. I think the first shoot we did was at like forget. It was in the Presidio somewhere near the Golden Gate Bridge. You feel me? But 8th is real dope though. Real dope. Really bright individual. You feel me? Love working with him though.
Hell yeah. I love film, man. Like the nostalgia behind it is super dope. Like it's like we get to live like our parents type shit. Cause I was born in '99.
Yeah.
And you know, being older and just seeing the progressive, like how you know, photos have progressed and shit like that. It's dope. But to see the old school shit, it's like a different type of feeling.
It's a different feeling. I've always liked film a lot, but as of late, I've really grown to like embrace it a lot more. You feel me? Like I just did another photo shoot a couple days ago in all film. You feel me? It's just a different feeling you get when it's a natural film as opposed to like making a digital, like putting a filter on a digital photo or something like that. You feel me? It's a different type of feeling.
Yeah, because it's natural, man. Yeah, for sure. So the record, Dice Rolling, off the EP was added to a Spotify editorial playlist titled West Side Story.
Yeah.
How were y'all able to submit that?
Man, that was actually like the first, that's the first time a pitch ever worked for me for Spotify, truthfully. My manager would tell you, like, we tried to pitch so many times and it just didn't work out, you feel me? We have gotten on editorials in the past, but it wasn't because of the pitch, because somebody heard it and just put it on. But I pitched it, I think, maybe like, I think I pitched it right when I uploaded it, you feel me? And then it got on the day it was released, you feel me? And I didn't find out until I went on Spotify and listened to the project myself. And I seen you could discover Ozer on, X, Y, Z, and I seen the playlist. I thought I was tripping. I clicked on the playlist, seen my name,
right.
I bet it's lit. But yeah, I submitted it through, because when I think you gotta like upload it like 2 weeks, but you gotta upload it 2 weeks prior to the release date to actually be able to pitch it. You feel me? So I made sure I uploaded like 4 weeks before, and luckily it just landed. You feel me? But shout out to Spotify though. Hopefully we get on some more.
For sure. We seen that you talked about kind of like being unsure about getting a placement.
Yeah.
Why?
Just didn't work in the past.
So that's why
it just didn't work in the past. We tried pitching so many times and like it just never landed. You feel me? So for the longest, when I went into releasing music, I didn't even go in with the mindset that it would land on a playlist. You feel me? I just went in with the mindset like, all right, we gotta run ads on it. We gotta get some smaller curators to put it in their playlist. But I just never really. I care about it, but it wasn't anything that like was gonna make or break me. You feel me? If I got it, I got it. You feel me? It's a blessing. If not, like I'm not gonna let it deter me from doing what I gotta do and really making a song blow.
Right.
You feel me? Yeah.
Right. Thanks. So also the single No Service that you featured on, that was posted on Billboard too.
Yeah.
You started off 2023 with some wins, man. How's it feeling so far?
It feel good. It feel really good. Me and O, we meet a lot. And O is my manager all day. But we meet a lot just to like figure out plans for the year and whatnot and what we want to do and goals. And one of the goals is really to start 23 off with a bang, you feel me, and really try to get as many eyes on this as possible. But it feel good. I know No Service is my first EDM track.
Yeah, that shit hard.
Thank you, thank you, man. The whole experience is crazy though when they tapped in with me, because I'm gonna be real, nowadays there's so much spam you get as an artist, you feel me, a lot of like scammers, and so when I got the email, I thought it was a joke at first.
Right.
And so we did our research and found out that it was legit, you feel me? And I went to LA, recorded in the Hills, you feel me, at the Mustard Cat headquarters. And that was a different experience within itself, because I actually recorded with the producer, the engineer, and the A&R was in there too. I never really done anything like that before, you feel me? But very grateful for the experience. Like Vendetta is cool ass dude, you feel me? Hope to work with him again in the future, you feel me? But I feel like every artist needs something like that to get them out their comfort zone, you feel me, and reach a different fan base.
For sure. I feel like when you get the most uncomfortable, that's when it's just started like, happening for you, you know what I'm saying? Exactly, you feel me? If you're always comfortable, you're not gonna grow. Right, you're not gonna grow. That's
Actually.
last month you dropped a record, Addiction.
Yeah.
I love the visuals behind it.
Mm.
Bruh got evicted.
Yeah.
Fired from it. Was it fired from the job or
Yeah,
the interview?
yeah,
Yeah,
fired from his job. Yeah.
His girlfriend broke up with him, and then he committed suicide.
Yeah.
It really showed how, like, you know, you never know what's going on with somebody.
Nah.
By how they look, by how they, you know what I'm saying? Like, the happiest people go, you know, you just never know.
Never know. Never know.
And I thought it was dope too how you put the suicide awareness thing at the end.
Thank you.
Talk about the inspiration behind all that.
Yeah, I got you. So Addiction, that was actually on Lost in Translation. So the song itself was released in 2021. You feel me, on the project, but the video we released last month. But I just really wanted to, when I wrote the song, I was going through a lot, you feel me? And I knew a lot of people that was going through a lot as well. And so I think I wrote it when I was in college. I just moved into my first apartment. It was dark. Didn't have no furniture or anything like that. And I was just sort of going through emotions, you feel me? And I heard the beat came with the hook, and I just sort of all just came spilling out, you feel me? But I actually just lost somebody to suicide prior to writing that song, you feel me? It was my uncle, my uncle-in-law, matter of fact, he hung himself, you feel me? No, it's good. And so I really want to touch on that, you feel me? Because you really don't know what anybody going through, you feel me? And so in terms of like the video, we just wanted to keep it simple and to the point and really shed light on how, you know, somebody could be living everyday life and going through the motions, but you never really know what they're thinking, you know, and you could talk to them one day, 1 second, the next second they gone, you feel me? And it's a real thing. I had a coworker, like 6 years ago, he had tried to commit suicide. The first time it didn't work out, you feel me? I believe he tried to do it because his girlfriend broke up with him or something like that. And then he lost memory. So when he came back to work, he was trying to, like, you know, get him resituated and everything, but it didn't work out. And then the week prior to him committing suicide, we was all in the bar together, everything, chilling, having fun. Then we went to open the store. It was like 8 a.m. And we was like, hey, where Ramon at? You feel me? And we couldn't find him. And they said they found his car over near like a mountain or something like that, and they found his body, you feel me, on the tree. You feel me? So like, you never know anybody going through, you know, and that's just something I wanted to shed light on. You know, it's a very touchy topic, and I think within the African American community we don't talk about it enough. You feel me? You know, I know me growing up, I was always taught to like sort of brush anything off and keep it going, you feel me? But I think that's why we got so many problems in our community now, because we don't talk about things enough, you feel me? So that's just the point I was trying to make. I'm glad everybody's seen it, you feel me, understood what I was trying to say, you feel me? And hopefully we can help somebody out there, you feel me, if they feel like that.
Even thinking about what you're saying, like, especially in the Black community, we don't treat depression how we need to.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we don't get therapy.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot, man. Like, even with, I was talking with another person about like Black boys not being able to show emotion. You know,
Facts.
a little boy falls and he crying, get up. You know, you acting like a girl. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Facts.
he's a child.
Yeah. What you want him to do?
What you want him to do? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot of that. So, you know, hey man.
It's a real thing.
It's a real thing. It's a real thing. Definitely. I want to talk about the beginning.
Yeah.
Talk about where you're from. Talk about the beauty in your community. I know you're from San Francisco.
Yeah.
Besides the gentrification and all the extras, you feel me?
Yeah.
Talk about that.
Yeah, man, I'm from San Francisco, Bayview, you feel me? Very historical neighborhood in this city, you feel me? Candlestick was there, and that's where Niners played before, you know, the team got gentrified, you know? But yeah, from Bayview, been rapping since I was like 6 years old, or writing since I was 6 years old. I didn't know what I was saying back then, but I knew I wanted to say something. But my pops was cool with all the local rappers, and so he tried to get me in the studio at a young age, but it just didn't work out because I was too shy, you know. And then I met one of my best friends, Nat, and his brother had a studio at his house. And this was, I think we was like 10 or something like that. We recorded our first song. We had a group called the Goodfellas. And I think the first song we recorded was over a Ja Rule's beat, New York, you feel me? So we did We From Frisco. Don't ask me if it was good or not. It wasn't.
Right.
But
that's how it be when you
know, it's
young.
cool, you feel me? It's cool.
It's cool for a kid.
Yeah, cool for a kid, right? And so yeah, that was the first song we recorded. And then when I got to high school, I tried to keep it going, but then I sort of had a wake-up call. This is the time when everybody was rapping over beats in front of their desktop camera, you feel me? So I put some on YouTube. One of my partners hit me up, like, bro, take this down. It's ass, bro. Like, take this down. So I took it down, and I quit rapping for a minute. And then it wasn't until I had a conversation with my dad where he started crying that made me want to rap again, you feel me? Just because it was such a deep convo. I didn't know how to talk to anybody about it in a normal manner. So I wrote about it, and then when I actually put the song out, people resonated with it, you feel me? And that's when I found out, like, all right, people resonate with the real, you feel me? You give your real life in these songs, and people gonna relate to it, you feel me? And so that's when I really started taking it serious, and I released a track called Gravy, and then that's when people started to really recognize me as like a real artist in the city, you feel me? And then now, I'm a part of a 17-person collective, family out of group, FNG.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that. What is that?
So yeah, we so 17 members. There's different types of creatives, so DJs, visuals, rappers, singers, everything you could really think of. And it started when we was in New York a couple years ago. We went out there, and my boy Aft, who went to school out there, he had us do a show with other like East Coast artists. You feel me? I think it was called Coastal Connection. And so when we did the show, we did it at East Berlin. It was like probably 14 different artists performing. Now, you know, typically when you got that many artists on the bill, it don't work out. You feel me? But the energy throughout the show just kept on increasing throughout the show. And so the sound engineer was like, hey, like, I think y'all have something special. A lot of people try to do this and it doesn't work out. Right. But like, y'all were able to do it. And so when we got back to the city, a lot of folks had asked us if we were a group. We said no, like, we just friends and family. So that's how we came with the name Family Like Group, you feel me? And so we just been rocking for like 2 years now, you know, and we definitely making a name for ourselves using KQED like last year. We just sold out the chapel, you feel me, not too long ago. But it's real organic though, you feel me? Just to go back to your question of like what's happening in the city outside of the gentrification, it's a real underground movement of folks that's from the city, you know, want to build the city, you feel me? And we all trying to give our stories in different ways to show folks that it's still life in the city, you feel me, regardless of, you know, what you see out, you know, on the news and everything. Like, it's still a movement going on, and it's still some of that original, you feel me, that original vibe that people fell in love with in the first place, you know?
That shit, it sounds so dope because, you know, the Bay Area, you get the rep of like people not helping each other.
We do.
You know,
we do.
Even I feel like that, you know, at times, but you gotta realize it's people within the community that's doing something that you don't even know about. Like, I found that out about like my neighborhood. I'm like, there's so much shit going on. I didn't even know about it. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta
like,
be tapped in.
You gotta be tapped in. And now that I'm doing this with the interviews and everything, I'm tapped into what everybody is doing. I'm like, man, it's dope. Like, it's actually people out here helping each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so to see that, man,
it's beautiful. Yeah,
it's beautiful.
The Bay definitely have a rep of like not helping each other. You feel me? Yeah. And I think you just gotta, like I said, you gotta be really tapped in and really just have an ear to the streets. You feel me? Yeah. And you'll see that it's individuals helping each other. You feel me? On a smaller level. You know?
Yeah, and the sounds are all different too.
Yeah, completely different.
Like, I recently just found so many people. I'm like, man, this is in the Bay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
like,
facts.
So many different sounds, man. Like, it's not even just what they make it seem, especially on TV when they talk about the Bay. The hyphy movement was incredible. We all know it.
Yeah,
but we're past that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We
Yes,
bigger
we
than
still
that.
have that aura about us because we just fired up anyway. We're just, the Bay Area is like that. But
Yeah.
y'all gotta stop that. Every time I talk about the Bay Area in a movie, it's Tell Me When to Go playing.
But
it's so many other movies. So many other songs to play.
Come on now.
Like, so many different artists.
Like you look at, I think June is a perfect example. Like, completely different from what the hyphy movement was.
Right.
You feel me? Like, very relaxed, laid back. Nigga talking about smoothies, going on jogs.
Come on, man. I love Larry June.
I love June. You feel me? And I love the growth that I've seen. You feel me? It's just crazy to see, but that just sort of shows how far we've come as a as a music culture within the Bay. You feel me? Even look at Rex like Raj, Collaborate. You feel me? Or who else? Another big artist out in the Bay that's real different. You feel me? I can't even think of another name, but nonetheless though, you feel me? La Russell too. You feel me? Come on now, La Russell. You feel me? Like all these, like everybody's helping each other out.
Right.
Completely different sounds. You feel me? Different lanes, but showing love to one another. You feel me?
That's incredible. I want to see it. And I want to see more of it, so we don't have to keep having this conversation about us not having that. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
For sure. So in your Spotify bio, you talk about being influenced by Nipsey, Kendrick, and J. Cole. Yeah. Did listen to those people kind of change your sound within your creative process maybe, or the way you use your lyrics, the flow?
For sure. I think I said this before. I think Nip and Cole probably influenced me the most. Even though a lot of people in the past compared me to Kendrick, you feel me? But I guess maybe even more so Nip than Cole. Just because Nip was one of the first artists I heard where he was saying something, but he wasn't hella lyrical. You feel me? But he still got his point across, and you could feel it. You feel me? Whereas you heard like a Kendrick or a Cole, obviously they're goats, right? A lot more metaphors, a lot more similes, a lot more imagery. You feel me? Whereas Nip was straight to the point, and he didn't have to be as lyrical. You feel me? And that let me know, like, all right, just tell your story, get your point across, and people gonna feel it. You feel me? Like if it's real, they gonna recognize it. You know? But I know Kendrick. I think I heard somewhere Kendrick, like, he mumbles his raps or something before he writes them or something like that. And so hearing that actually sort of reinforced my writing process, because I don't really write too much. I don't really schedule time to write or anything like that. But when I do get that inspiration, like the first thing I do is like mumble to a beat and sort of try to pick and choose the different sounds and words that stick out the most. You feel me? So hearing that he did that too, sort of, reinforced what I was doing and sort of, let me know that was the right thing to do.
For sure. I love all three of those artists, man. With Nipsey, it wasn't even like just the music though, like, cause I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't just slapping hella Nipsey. You feel me? He was here and there, but his messages, the shit he told us, what he was doing, just his interviews was just inspiring. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just the music, and I feel like now, even with them giving him, did they do give him a star or something like that?
Something like that,
Yeah, I kind of feel like, man, they do that when people die. I'm like,
that's the thing.
But like, y'all would have never thought about Nipsey. Nobody would have said anything, because nobody knew about, people know, don't get me wrong, Nipsey was on, but a lot of people was not hip to Nipsey. Let's talk about it.
And that upset me in general. You feel me? Just like,
don't do that.
When artists die, that's when their streams go up. You feel me? That's when they start getting the stars and everything like that.
And if you're a new fan, that's okay. I feel like, because sometimes I find people, I be like, I didn't even know they was this hard.
Exactly.
But for the people,
for the people that know about an artist already, you feel me? But don't tune in, don't tap in. You feel me? Then when they die, like, oh man, like, that shit just annoying me. You feel me? Like, we wait so long to give people their flowers. You feel me? That it hurts to see that. You feel me? Because now they're not here to even receive them. You feel me? Like, if Nip got half the love that he did after he died when he was alive, he'll be big. I think he would have probably. I don't know what artist I would compare him to in terms of size, but he would have been a lot bigger in terms of who he was. Like, in terms of just him in general. You feel me? A lot bigger than who he was when he passed away.
Been bigger. Yeah, man. And I wish he would have got the,
Yeah.
Would have got to see that, man.
Yeah.
Did you see recently how I think it's SIBO? He was on Vlad. You know Vlad real messy.
Hey, Vlad, man.
Vlad so messy, get on my nerves. He was like, SIBO was like, yeah, some of the homies in the 60s was saying Nipsey, they glad or something like that bruh had killed Nipsey. And I'm like, brother, you know what's so sad?
That's fucked up.
It's so sad. Yeah, y'all gangbanging and all this shit. And he was a gangbanger, but bro, we're all black. And it's so sad to see the downfall. Like, bro,
it's
like,
fucked up, bro. And like,
up.
that's the thing. It's like I'm gonna put this out there right now, y'all. People can take it however they want to take it, but we get so hyped up when somebody of another race kills us.
Come on.
You feel me? And then as soon as one of us kill each other, you feel me? It's silence. You feel me?
I got a theory why though.
Okay.
I feel like because a black man is not killing a black man because he's black.
Yeah, facts, though. Facts.
You feel what I'm saying? So when it's a hate crime like that, then it's because he's black.
True.
These niggas is beefing because of money, egos, manhood, all type of shit. Toxic masculinity, like, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like that. But it should be an uproar every time.
Yeah, exactly. It should be an uproar every time. But here's the thing.
But then we'll be up in the uproar every day.
Yeah. You feel me? But the thing I'm saying is, it's like, what you gonna do at a killing of the dude? Like, let me know. Like, tell me that. You feel me? It's like, I get it. It's like, it's beef, right? But like, there's so much money out here to be made. You feel me? It's like, why ain't niggas linking up to try to make some bread? You feel me? To help your kids out, build that wealth. You feel me? It's like, it's so much bigger. You feel me? Like, it's so much bigger. And like, unfortunately, a lot of us are trapped in that mindset. Not because we want to be trapped in that mindset, just because, but that's all we know.
Man, the environment's all that.
Exactly. Some people ain't been outside their own neighborhood, their own city.
Let's talk about it. Ain't never seen nothing different.
Ain't seen nothing different.
So what do you expect somebody to do? Really, it's sad to say.
Yeah.
But sometimes you get. But then again, it make me think about. You know, you say we in the hood, we grew up in the hood.
Yeah.
And you know how they be like, everybody in the hood is ghetto, everybody in the hood is a certain type of way, but you can't really say that though, cause I have an auntie, right? Grew up in the same neighborhood as us, everything. Yeah. It's a totally different type of person. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They all put us in one type of category, like it'd be totally different. It'd be wild, bro.
Totally different. Like you feel me? I grew up with my cousin. Yeah. Right. And obviously we all took different paths. You feel me? Obviously we similar because we grew up in the same household. You feel me? Like, you know, we got the same ism, but like we went two separate routes. You feel me? Yeah. Saying all that to say, it's like, not everybody. You can't generalize everybody based off where they live. Right. You feel me? Yeah. Some people get stuck in it, yes, because of their circumstances. Yeah. You feel me? Yeah. But there's other people that, you feel me, could maneuver, you feel me, get out of it, you feel me? Right. And just because they in that life, it don't mean you gotta think less of them. That's just what it is. Exactly. You feel me? Because
I'm not here to judge nobody.
You feel me?
Come on, man.
But you know, that's unfortunately that's just how the world is. They generalize everybody that's in one spot, in one hood. You know, it's not the case at all. You know, when it's a lot of smart individuals. You feel me? In the ghettos, if you really go and you look, you feel me? Even just taking it further, you feel me? It's a lot of black people that invented shit that we use every single day. Right. You know, so
let's talk about it.
You know, so I literally just found out it was a black man that created the ice cream scooper. I didn't know that. You feel me? Did not know that at all. So it's just little shit like that. You feel me? That should make people, you feel me, reassess their way of thinking. You know, and generalizations and whatnot. You know, so.
Maybe we'll get there one day.
Hopefully.
Man, I pray we do. So the Thizzler, they posted you alongside other dope artists under the most original sound. Yeah. Was that unexpected for you?
Oh hell yeah. Yeah. It was I was in New York when that happened. And I didn't know until one of my partners I was with in New York was like, bro, you see the post that Thizzler just made of you. And I'm like, oh shit, this is crazy. Definitely unexpected, but it was a nice surprise though. You feel me? Definitely put me up there with some hitters. You feel me? Rex, Russell, all them. I think Don Quez is up there too. But it was definitely a nice surprise though. You know.
It goes to show you never know who watching.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
Never
That's
know.
why we should always keep going, because you never know who's gonna be. You know, I seen something on TikTok where this guy was, making these TikToks or whatever, just posting videos, and then he ended up being on the Ellen or the Oprah show because they just seen him.
Yeah.
He ain't even expect that.
You don't know.
One day he got that little email or something, you know?
You don't know. Like, you get 5 views, of those 5 views, it could be one person that could change your life.
All it takes is one person.
That's
one
it.
moment could literally change your whole life.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
All it is.
Yeah, so do you keep that in the back of your mind when you create and you maybe get writer's block, you may feel like some things aren't going the way you want to? Do you keep that in the back of your head, like somebody could be watching?
Oh yeah, all tops. Being a creative, or even like looking at the bigger picture, being an entrepreneur, doing anything you trying to build yourself, it's gonna be a lot of ups, gonna be a lot of downs. And sometimes those downs hit a lot harder than the ups. And so it has been times where I questioned if I should keep doing this, you feel me? And if I was, and if I was deserving of everything that I have at this point in time, you feel me? But the crazy thing is though, every time I got down on myself, even now, somebody random will hit me up and just tell me like, hey, keep going, you feel me? And I feel like that's God's way of telling me like, hey bro, like you're on the right path, keep doing your thing, you know? And so yeah, I do keep that in the back of my mind, because you don't know who's gonna tap in with you, you don't know who's watching. So just keep going. Numbers ain't everything.
Numbers ain't everything, for sure. Does it make you feel good when people tap in and be like, man, I'm hearing you, like I'm loving your sound, I'm loving your music? How does that make you feel that people are so affected by your words?
Great, you feel me? It's because that's the reason I got into music, you feel me? Because I would listen to artists, and I would feel that way, like, damn, this is what. Cause I remember listening to it was a J. Cole song, I think it was called Get Up, you feel me? He had a line in there where he was like, I ain't trying to work no 9 to 5, I'm trying to put my mama in Raj. It was something like along those lines, like, damn, I feel this shit, you feel me? And so for people to hit me and say, hey, like, they got that same exact feeling, like, hey, this is what I'm going through right now, it's different. And you can't buy that feeling with no type of money. Like it's real different. I remember somebody tapped in with me and said that him and his pops bonded over my music. And his pops had recently passed away from cancer.
Right.
You feel me? And it just lets you know it's a lot more to it than money. You feel me? Like you can have 1,000 fans. You may not be as big as Drake or anything like that, right? But you got 1,000 fans whose life you changing. And shit, like that's all you can really ask for, you feel me? The crazy thing about it is when I was younger, goddamn airplane.
Right, what's the fuck
Goddamn
going on?
man.
Like, man,
Hey,
for
what?
somebody?
Hey, nah, when I was younger, I think I was like 8. I went to Louisiana, Monroe, Louisiana, to visit my great grandmother. And she said, I think this was my second time meeting her ever. And she said, hey, you gonna be a preacher. And I'm like, what you talking about?
Right.
Like, it's like, you gonna talk to the world, right? And I'm young, I'm like, I can't really see myself being a preacher, you feel me? And then as I got older, I'm like, all right, I get what she was saying now. Like, I'm about to talk to the world with my words, with my raps, you feel me? And change lives that way, you feel me? And so that's something I always keep in the back of my head, you feel me? It's bigger than me, bigger than money, bigger than numbers, bigger than all that.
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like when something is like bigger than just money, that's how you know you really love something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You get up every day, you go to a studio, you go try to push your music, push your sound, network with people. Yeah. It just shows.
Yeah. It's different.
Yeah.
It's different. If you're doing it just for the money, people could tell.
Yeah, people could tell.
You feel me?
Yeah. Like, and money ain't everything, but money is everything. Like
yeah.
You need money.
You need it.
But
don't let that be the end all be all.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, for sure. Like you see a lot of people that are rich and end up committing suicide.
Unhappy as hell.
Unhappy.
Unhappy as hell. Look at R.I.P. the DJ from Ellen DeGeneres.
Oh yeah.
He was cool. He had a family and everything. He
And see, once again, looked so happy.
Looked so happy. Walked out the house.
You would never
done.
thought.
You feel me? You never know.
Robin Williams.
Yeah, Robin.
He was making us all laugh as kids. We thought he was super happy.
Nope.
I know I did.
They say the folks that smile the most, probably like the most, the ones that's going through the most. You feel me?
Yeah, that's why you gotta check on your happy friends. The ones that's always happy, always, you know, making you laugh. Check on them too, because a lot of people don't check on the happy people because they assume they're happy.
That's facts. I got a boy right now. He always hit me up like, bro, let's go get a drink. Let's go do it. Like, always joking. You feel me? And the other day we was together. He broke down, started crying. He found out his dad had cancer. You feel me? And he said, bro, that's really my dog. You feel me? I don't know what happened if I didn't happen. You feel me? He said, yeah, I got this job and everything, but like, fuck this money. You feel me? Like, if I ain't got my pops, I don't care. You feel me? And so like, just saying all this to say, like, you know, folks that appear to be happy and you don't know what they're going through. He was dealing with this on his own for like 4 months. He just told all his folks recently, so you just never know. You know? So check on your people, please.
Check on your people, man. Definitely. On a regular basis too, for sure.
Yeah, I need to do a better job
Me too.
of tapping in. Like, honestly, you feel me? But like, it's I gotta do a better job. Point blank. Tap in with your folks. It's good.
Is it gonna come back or what? I'm tired of this.
Hey, the wind ain't fucking with us. The planes ain't fucking with us.
Like, man. Okay, we good. Like Mother Nature, man.
It's good.
This is what happens at VANSNWEED when we outside.
It's good.
You know. So, from performing at the Noise Pop Festival, selling out brick and mortar to doing this, you know, selling out these different places.
Yeah.
You know, opening up for Westside Boogie.
Yeah.
What's the Ozer set look like, and what do you enjoy about performing?
Man, it's a good question. Ozer set is gonna be a mix of emotions. It's a roller coaster. I sort of changed my approach to performing because I had a headliner show on brick and mortar in 2021, right? And I did my entire album front to back, and I noticed that folks, I was the happiest and the fans were the happiest when I did all my upbeat shit, so I can make people dance, right? And so I told myself, like, all right, I'm gonna make this, every time I'm performing, I'm gonna make it like a party, you feel me? And I'm gonna give you an experience, because you gotta think, people spending $40 to come out, see you on a Friday, Saturday night. You wanna give them some type of experience, you feel me? And so, yeah, you feel me? And so, like, I've changed my approach now, so I always interact with the crowd. I always try to make sure I do something memorable, you feel me? And I try to bring folks on stage too, you feel me? And really try to like make people feel a part of it, you feel me? Not just like they was watching something, but like they actually helped bring this shit to life, you know? But I try to go through all the different emotions, you feel me? So I try to make you feel happy, I try to make you feel a little sad, you feel me? And bring it back up, you feel me? And let you know like that's how life is, you know? So that's what you would expect at an Ozer show. I think my favorite experience though was probably the Westside Boogie show, because I brought up a dude on stage, his name was Marco. Shout out to Marco, and he went crazy. Like the crowd was fucking like, "Hey, you going crazy?" And he got on stage and he started talking. He's like, "Yeah, bro, thank you for that." He said, "I recently just lost my mom." You feel me?
You made his day. Well, we made his night.
Yeah, his boy had hit me on the side though, like a week later. He said, "Yeah, like that was actually on his bucket list to do." So like you helped him. Like that's, he gonna remember that for the rest of his life.
Right.
And so like I just like doing things like that and really trying to make, allow people to make memories, you feel me? And really try to let people know I'm human too, you feel me? I think a lot of times artists forget that, you know, we human too, you feel me? And people your fans wanna interact with you, you know? And I try to just let them know I'm a normal person at the end of the day that's just rapping, you feel me? That's all it is.
Yeah, we do get people are human, man. We want these people to be certain type of standards.
Yeah, like, bro, like, we all bleed.
We all bleed,
you feel me?
know what I'm saying? It's a show on Prime called Swarm.
Okay. Oh.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Even like that, like, the lady was obsessed with this lady. She bleed like you bleed. She's more special than all of us.
Yup.
What do you mean? When she dies, she is 6 feet just like you.
Just like you. Shit, ain't nothing different.
Ain't nothing different. I never understood that.
Ain't nothing different. It's the same thing.
Whatever floats your boat.
Same exact thing.
The Insecure writing camp.
Yeah.
The Cinca. First of all, I love Insecure.
Hey.
I love Insecure.
Insecure go crazy.
I'm still sad it's over, man.
Yeah, I just finished the season. This is the last season.
Man, what? Talk about that. How did you get into that?
So, all right. So
people don't know about you. You doing a lot of shit. Like I be like, man, ain't nobody talk about this, man.
I sort of like it too on the slender though, cause like people, I meet people and it's like, oh yeah, like you do music. I'm like, yeah, I do music. You feel me?
Yeah, but you just saying you doing music. You ain't saying you doing all this.
You feel me? And then they see me, they like, oh shit, like you really be. I'm like, yeah. You feel me? I'm just humble though.
No, I love it, but sometimes you gotta, I'm a little, you know.
Hey, yeah.
Nigga a little bit.
Sometimes, but you know what's crazy? I just made a song where I'm talking my shit. You feel me? And in the beginning of the song, I say, you know, usually I keep it humble, but like today I'm gonna talk my shit. You feel me? Just cause I don't really toot my own horn like that. But now the Insecure, so I dropped Polo Fendi, right, in 2020. So during the pandemic, one of my boys' name is JoJo. He was doing my marketing for me at the time. He's like, bro, like I could hear this on Insecure. And so he had, I think in 2021, they was having a contest, right? Was it 22? I forget. Some one of those years.
Your song was on Insecure?
It wasn't on Insecure, so I'll tell you. Nah, I wish. So they, my boys sent me. They were having a contest, and so I submitted Polo Fendi, and in my head I'm thinking like, all right, I don't know if I'm gonna get it. You feel me? It's like 300,000 people. Out of 300,000, I'm one of the 5 they chose to come to LA and write at the Red Bull Studios. And so I'm in LA. I get a hotel room in LA and everything. You feel me? Go to the studios, right there for like 9 hours. Just the the folks' names you see on like at the end, like they there. You feel me? Everything crazy. And so we got 3 different rooms, each with a different vibe, right? And we was just writing like literally all day. Like, and one of the dudes I was writing with, he had just won a Grammy from working with Kanye.
Wow, you never know who you talking to.
And so I was just really trying to pick his brain about, you know, about his process and everything like that. I even asked him, how is it working with Kanye? He told me, you feel me? He's like, it's Manny. You feel me? I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
but,
I bet.
It's Manny.
You talking about this guy?
You feel me? Nah, yeah, man. But it was really dope, you know, just to see how other people write, just to see how to like really form a song. Like, I'm a great songwriter, you feel me? But never too good to learn more. You feel me? How to, you know, never too good to sharpen my craft. You feel me? But it was really dope though. It was like a 9-hour session. It was like, oh, this shit crazy. This shit crazy. 9-hour session. It was like 20. No, it was 7 artists that won the contest, and then it was like some other artists that had already been around. You feel me? And then like I think it was probably like 20-30 songs made in that session between everybody. Wow. And then from there, you feel me, Issa chose what songs she wanted to be on the soundtrack for that season. And how it worked is they gave us a script, like a scene description, and we had to make music based off of the details of the scene. You feel me? And so that sort of helped me, actually gave me a different way of writing. You feel me? In the sense of actually trying to write around a specific idea or a specific image or something like that. But it was really dope though. I don't know if any of the songs from that session made it on there. You feel me? But the connections made was just fire though.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's super dope, man. I didn't even know that. I thought with like these shows, I didn't know they had people come in and actually write music. Yeah. I didn't know that. I thought they were just finding music, like finding artists and just putting their music on there.
It's a mix. It depends. Like,
okay.
They do have sync teams that look like they'll go, and we in the midst of trying to like push our shit for sync right now. But they do have teams that go and look for like pre-existing music and you know, just try to put it on there. But then they also have writers that they call like, hey, like we need a song for this to fit this vibe, like come through.
Right. That's dope.
It's dope as hell.
That's super dope. Man, for sure. So with Good Company, right? The Wall live performances. Yeah, for sure. Shout out to Good Company. Shout out to Russell.
Yeah, shout out to Russell, man.
You performed, man. I loved it. Talk about that experience. How'd they get in contact with you?
Hey, again, this is that divine timing. I've been hearing about Russell a lot that year. And I was literally on the phone with my boy at that moment in time. He's like, bruh, you should tap in with Russell. Just as he said that, Russell DM'd me.
Wow, ain't that crazy how it should be working sometimes?
Crazy as hell. And he was like, hey, I want you on the show. And so I was like, all right, when? He gave me a time, he said, pull up. He said, send me 3 songs. Sent him 3, he said, okay, do this one. It was purposeful. I did it. Put over my girl, took like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And that was that, you feel me? But Russell, like, I owe him a lot though, because like I feel like he really helped, like that cosign really helped put me on a lot, you feel me? Like I probably gained 1,000+ followers in like a day just from having him push me like that, you feel me?
Thanks.
So,
yeah, I love Russell, man. We had him on a show, and a lot of people don't be tagging us in like their photos and stuff. You know, sometimes people, they don't tag the creators behind everything. Yeah. And he tagged us in every video he posted, man. Yeah. And I'm like, man, that's what's up.
He a genuine dude. Like he really want everybody to eat. No, he a real genuine dude. Like he had said in another interview, like he literally, like if you hold the lights, you feel me, like he giving you a percentage of the song. Like he a real genuine dude, you feel me? And I think that's how everybody should base their careers, you feel me? It's real, man. Shout out to Russell, man.
Shout out to Russell, man. Keep doing you. Keep doing you, for sure. So you ended 2020 off with 4.6 million streams, man. How big of an accomplishment was that?
Shit, big.
Yeah.
Big. Never would have thought in my life I had a song with 1 million+ streams. Yeah. Now, 10 million+.
Yeah.
You feel me? So, for that,
I seen that shit. I was like, that's what I'm saying.
Hey, we got some big shit coming though.
Yeah.
We got some big shit coming. But I mean, it's a blessing though. You feel me? I try not to get high. I try not to get too low. You feel me? Because I know just as fast as it came, it could disappear.
Thanks.
You feel me? But it feel good though, but just being an independent artist, you know, where I started. Literally started in my boy's basement, you feel me? Just writing raps and recording, you know, and to have it come to this, it's beautiful, you feel me? And I really couldn't imagine it, you know. I remember being younger and writing and just imagining trying to share stages with some bigger artists, or trying to have a song at 1 million streams, or having fans hit me up and saying this, and it's happening. You feel me? Not on a huge scale, but it's happening. You feel me? And big enough for me to be happy with it. You feel me? So it's beautiful. I'm blessed to be in that position.
For sure. We always say small wins, small accomplishments, but they really are big accomplishments because. The fact that you're putting in the work every day towards your dreams for it to happen, bro, I feel like everything, just from the Thizzler thing, the Russell, you know what I'm saying? The insecurity, obviously you're doing something right. So, man, never downplay your shit, for real. Don't be too humble.
Don't sleep in yourself.
Don't
sleep in yourself.
Yeah, man. I'm talking to you. You got it. Like, you got it.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you.
What can we expect next from you? What are you gonna be doing?
So shit, we dropping the Dice Rolling video soon. We just shot that. Shout out to Wavy Kevy, you feel me? And then we working on more projects right now. Me and Eastway was just talking, we gonna drop a part 2 for y'all. Don't know when, but we doing it. And then my goal for this year was to drop 3 projects at least. So I got a couple I'm working on right now. And I got some producers I'm talking to and working with. It's some couple labels I'm talking to, you feel me? Nothing too major, you feel me? But really just expect more music. I think the thing for me personally is I never really dropped more than 10 songs in a year. And that's something I want to change, you feel me? 'Cause I think that's how so many artists are able to sort of compound that, you feel me, that compound them streams and whatnot, because they drop consistently, you feel me? They really applying that pressure. So that's one goal for me this year, you know. But a lot of things coming, and a lot more content too. A lot more content on the IG and whatnot.
Yeah, like vlogging and stuff.
Yeah, vlogging, you feel me? Just showing people like another side of me. I think a lot of people assume I'm a real serious dude, which I am when it comes to business, but I'm sort of goofy too, you feel me? So I just want to show people that side and show, again, I'm human, you feel me? And just show them like what goes into my day, my family, my friends, you feel me? And like who Ozer is, you feel me? As not only an artist, but as a person.
Right.
You feel me?
Hell yeah, man. Well, we can't wait to see it.
You feel me? Appreciate you.
Please come back when, you know,
I would love to.
later on in the year when you got more album, more music, maybe you'll be another project.
For sure.
Who knows, man? Yeah, we wish you the best.
Hey, thank you.
For sure, man.
Thank you.
Hey, man, we got Ozer outside with us, man. Make sure y'all follow him on all platforms.
Come on now.
All that shit for sure, man.
Come on.
We out.